Joel Osteen is one of the most recognized televangelists in the world, preaching messages of hope, abundance, and personal success to millions of followers. His philosophy emphasizes that God wants people to prosper, speak blessings over their lives, and rise above limitations, focusing on positivity rather than guilt or punishment. Millions are inspired by his smooth delivery, optimism, and promise of a best life now. Yet his ministry has also faced scrutiny, from financial controversies to ethical questions and crises within the church itself. While Lakewood Church remains a massive institution with millions of weekly viewers, these challenges have sparked debate. Is Lakewood a thriving spiritual community or a polished empire under mounting pressure? The story of Joel Osteen reflects the tension between faith, fame, wealth, and public accountability in the modern religious landscape. Early growth and television strategy. When Joel Osteen took leadership of Lakewood Church after his father John's death in 1999, he faced doubts about his experience and ability to maintain the congregation. At the time, Lakewood had approximately 6,000 weekly attendees, and many expected it to stagnate or shrink. Osteen approached growth strategically, embracing television as a way to reach wider audiences. By refining sermon timing, investing in broadcast quality production, and focusing on messages of hope and personal success, he transformed the church's public image. The shift in strategy, including purchasing airtime in major markets and developing an engaging stage presence, made Lakewood accessible to millions who might never set foot inside the building. Osteen's emphasis on positivity over judgment became a hallmark, making the church a destination for people seeking inspiration rather than traditional sermons focused on sin or guilt. Expansion and megachurch status. The church's growth was rapid and unprecedented. By 2004, Lakewood's weekly attendance had climbed to nearly 30,000, crossing 40,000 within a few years and earning the title of the largest church in the United States. Central to this success was the move to the former Houston Rockets arena, which Osteen's team transformed into a state-of-the-art worship space with 16,000 seats, broadcast studios, and enhanced aesthetics. The renovation cost nearly $95 million, demonstrating the scale of investment behind the ministry. Lakewood became not just a place of worship, but a media and event hub. This infrastructure allowed Osteen to reach a broader audience both in person and via broadcasts. The physical expansion mirrored the church's growing influence, reinforcing the message that faith could be aspirational, abundant, and tied to personal fulfillment. Books, tours, and revenue streams. Joel Osteen's influence extended beyond the pulpit through best-selling books and nationwide tours. Your Best Life Now, published in 2004, sold over 1 million copies within a year and eventually reached more than 4 million worldwide. The success of this book and subsequent titles provided significant revenue, allowing him to draw income from book royalties and speaking engagements rather than directly from church funds. Night of Hope tours sold tickets nationwide, often filling tens of thousands of seats with accessible pricing. International tours and social media platforms expanded his reach further. These efforts positioned Osteen as both a spiritual leader and a brand, combining media production, literature, and live events to amplify his message. While supporters praised his optimism and accessibility, critics argued it commercialized faith, emphasizing success over deeper theological or moral reflection. Prosperity Gospel and Criticism. Central to Osteen's teaching is the prosperity gospel, the belief that faith, spoken positively and consistently, leads to personal success, health, and financial blessing. This message resonates with millions, providing hope and confidence in challenging times. However, it also attracts criticism, particularly when coupled with wealth and lavish spending. Reports highlighted Osteen's $10.5 million mansion, a church budget exceeding $90 million annually, and limited outreach spending, with only 1% to 2% reportedly allocated to missions and charitable programs. Critics argue that the focus on abundance and personal gain can appear disconnected from the struggles of ordinary believers, while supporters defend the media-centric approach as a form of ministry that reaches millions. This tension underscores the challenge of balancing spiritual messaging, financial stewardship, and public perception in a high-profile ministry. Financial controversies. Lakewood Church has faced multiple financial controversies over the years. In 2014, hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations were discovered missing, only to be found years later, hidden in a wall during maintenance. Transparency concerns resurfaced, highlighting the limited financial reporting required for churches in the United States. Further scrutiny arose when Lakewood accepted a $4.4 million federal COVID relief loan in 2020, designed for struggling small businesses, despite an existing $90 million budget. The church later returned the funds. Critics argued that these instances raised ethical questions, while supporters emphasized compliance with regulations and the legitimacy of operational needs. These financial episodes fueled public debate about accountability, charitable responsibility, and the intersection of faith and wealth in megachurch operations. Hurricane Harvey and public perception. Hurricane Harvey in 2017 presented a significant test for Lakewood Church. Initially, doors remained closed and images of stranded residents circulated online, sparking criticism over perceived inaction, despite the church's high ground and resources. Within days, the church opened as a shelter, distributing aid to affected families. However, the initial delay became emblematic of broader public skepticism about the ministry's priorities. Subsequent disaster relief, including Hurricane Beryl in 2025, was met with less enthusiasm, suggesting a lasting shadow from Harvey. These incidents highlighted the delicate balance megachurches face between image, action, and accountability. Public perception often weighs symbolic actions as heavily as material contributions, affecting trust in leadership and messaging. Osteen's response underscored the challenge of maintaining credibility during large-scale emergencies, violence and safety challenges. The February 2024 shooting inside Lakewood Church represented a critical moment for the ministry. An armed woman entered the sanctuary, injuring her child, while security officers responded to neutralize the threat. The incident raised serious questions about preparedness, security protocols, and risk management in large congregations. Osteen addressed the congregation with messages of faith, hope, and prayer for both victims and the shooter. While some found reassurance in his leadership, others demanded accountability and procedural clarity. This event intensified existing scrutiny, highlighting the vulnerability of massive institutions and the unique pressures faced by megachurch leaders. Beyond the legal investigation, the incident shifted public attention to questions of trust, crisis management, and the real-world consequences of organizational decisions. generational shifts and cultural relevance. Lakewood Church, once emblematic of polished televangelism, now faces generational and cultural challenges. Church attendance among younger generations is declining, with many millennials and Gen Z seeking purpose outside traditional institutions. Digital culture prioritizes transparency, authenticity, and engagement over carefully polished messaging. Prosperity preaching, once empowering, can seem disconnected from contemporary financial and social struggles. Osteen's personal style, deeply tied to his delivery and public persona, also raises questions about succession and long-term sustainability. While the church continues to fill seats and maintain a large broadcast audience, its model must adapt to shifting expectations for authenticity, social responsibility, and engagement in an increasingly skeptical and digitally driven culture. Conclusion: Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church remains a formidable institution, blending faith media and branding to reach millions worldwide. Its success reflects strategic planning, inspirational messaging, and personal charisma. Yet the church also faces scrutiny over wealth, outreach priorities, crisis responses, and generational relevance. Events from financial controversies to Hurricane Harvey and violent incidents illustrate the challenges of maintaining trust and credibility in a modern religious empire. While the ministry continues to thrive in terms of attendance and global recognition, it now confronts questions about sustainability, cultural adaptation, and the balance between prosperity-focused teaching and tangible spiritual and social impact. The future of Lakewood will depend on navigating these complex pressures while maintaining relevance and integrity.